Ada Lovelace Day is a yearly day of celebration for the amazing women in STEM careers. And this year, the NCSC have commemorated the occasion by asking some inspirational women in the cyber and digital world to share their stories. Like any story, there are multiple chapters to unpack and understand as to how any of us got into STEM, and no two of our stories will be the same. So who am I? My name is Tamzin Greenfield, and if you're already interested in the Cyber Schools Hub work done by the NCSC, you might recognise my name or profile picture from some of the other events, such as my vlog on starting a career in cyber during the pandemic, or my talk at the CyNAM Be the Change event in early 2020. Currently, I'm working as a junior cyber threat analyst at Cybersecurity Associates and studying for a Cybersecurity Level 6 Science Bachelor's degree at the University of Gloucestershire. Alright, enough about me. Who was Ada Lovelace, the namesake of this celebration? How can we relate to her and her life? Ada Lovelace, whose real name is Augusta Ada King, the Countess of Lovelace, was a British mathematician and computer engineer. She was the daughter of the famous poet many of you already know, Lord Byron. His romantic work was confined not only to his poetry, but the many affairs he had whilst married to Ada's mother, Anne Milbank. To dissuade her daughter from growing up with that same wild personality, Anne insisted that her daughter was taught the traditionally male subjects, such as science and mathematics. This was highly unusual for a girl like Ada, even more so for a girl of her social standing. As she grew older, she worked alongside Charles Babbage as he created the difference engine, an early form of the calculator, and provided supplemental analysis for the analytical engine, where Charles takes the crown for his creation of the earliest computer model. Ada's own writings made up for the first ever algorithm, calculating the Bernoulli numbers. She theorized then that one day the computer may be used for things far past just mathematical computations. Take a look at the world today. There's a computer in everyone's pocket, in everyone's homes, schools, and places of work. She was predicting further than many could even dream of at that time. Now, Ada's pivotal moment was changing the presumptions of technology that people held at the time, and I reflected heavily on it at my speech at Be the Change. We talk a lot about how the weakest point in the system are the humans inside it, but I believe that the humans within a system are also the strongest point to cause change. Just like how the easiest way to motivate yourself to start exercising or studying is to find a personal motivator, the easiest way to change cyber is to motivate more women and minorities to understand how they can change cyber, and to teach the old traditionalists how amazing a new perspective can be. But what perspective can we bring to the table? Especially if the only way to get into the industry is have the correct interests, right? If you want to be in cyber, you have to be coding 24 hours a day, have zero online media presence, and have Sherlock-level deduction skills. And this is true for every single person. Definitely not. The most exciting thing for me is being able to work in a career path where I am not the expectation, and not only work, but work well and succeed. We all know that the expected cybersecurity analyst or STEM worker behaves in a certain way, looks a certain way, is a certain type of person, but this truly is not the reality. STEM is the forefront of change, and change comes from diversity. Look around at yourself and the people around you, and value them for their skill set and their unique perspective. This is the final slide for my video, and I wanted to use it to show you just a few of the women who exist all around you, all of whom have different backgrounds, unique life experiences, and have changed people's lives in many different ways. They are the legacy of what Ada Lovelace dreamed of, with backgrounds in fashion, psychology, maths, art, and history. I selected all of these women solely because they personally had inspired me, and I encourage you all to post in the hashtag ALD2020 or hashtag ALD20 Ada Lovelace Day hashtags about a woman in STEM who's inspired you. If you can't think of any or simply don't know one, feel free to Google any of the names on this slide and find out what they did, who they were, and how they were the change. Thank you for listening, and happy Ada Lovelace Day 2020.